Hi. So I have something I want to chat about regarding grief and this whole process that we're going through, and something that is starting to show that I wasn't expecting, and it's mostly a side effect of grief, really. And not wanting to do anything and not having energy. And I don't really recall ever having anyone talk about this either. Like, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this is not something that I really thought about. And that is the side effect of gaining weight, you guys. It's not much, but it is there. And it is a struggle. Because I have a very, right now, through like grief counseling and all that, I have a very like, I don't want to, sort of regimented, but not really, but like, I know my boundaries, right? I know how much I can handle in a day, in an hour. I know what's going to trigger me. And so it's getting slowly better, right? It's like I have more energy every day. I have the ability to cope with stressors more, but it's a very slow process. And if you go too much, like you have to go to like your boundary, your limit. Like you have to feel it a little bit, but like you don't want to go over too much or you could backtrack, right? And so I found that sweet spot, but it is a very slow incremental increase. And there are bad days, and there are lots of times I get home and I have every intention after massaging for 4 hours to go upstairs and work out, and all I can do is sit on the couch and just breathe, because that's where my mental and my physical like limit is, and I'm learning how to recognize it. But it is frustrating, the side effects, the physical side effects of that. And when you're sitting here doing nothing, all you want to do is like shove food in your mouth, right? Because I'm a super busy person. I've always been, I've felt the need to be doing something or accomplishing something, and so having like this new, like my time is redistributed differently now, I guess. And so I've really built in a lot of and out of necessity, like coping time, sitting, breathing time. But that's time that I'm not distracting myself with. And so I want to fill it with food. I find. And it's worse most of the time during the day. I don't do that. I'm actually pretty good. It's at night, when there's not a whole lot going on, that I'm finding that I'm trying to fill the time with, and I'll just, my self-control is out the window. It is so frustrating. I fought and fought and fought the other night. Jared even was kind enough not to pop popcorn, not to have anything after dinner. And then last night, totally caved in, had popcorn, had some peppermint things. And like every time I would grab something, I realized I had completely forgotten that I had eaten something before that, like because my brain was just not, it is so frustrating. And so the side effect of all of this is weight gain. It's weight gain. And I'm someone who has really struggled for very, very, like always, with body image. I've always struggled with body image. I also am in a field that I accept everyone for who they are. I never comment on anyone's bodies, because I never want them to feel uncomfortable. Everyone needs to feel comfortable in their own body, and I think everyone is doing the best they can, and that's not something that needs to be looked at, poked upon. It's not a reflection of who they are as a whole person. And so I'm really hypersensitive to being sensitive about people's body image. And that sort of comes with like me being sensitive about body image. And I just want to always be so respectful and make everyone feel like they are perfect the way they are. Okay? Yeah, no one needs that. So, I mean, I totally understand that there is a point where it's not healthy, but that is a decision that needs to be made with their doctor and their team, not a stranger, or not, that's not. So, and I think we need to like find beauty. It feels like a waste of time to be, I'm trying to convince myself, right? It feels like a waste of time to be worried about what you look like. It's very, I mean, you want to look beautiful. So that's my point. Like, I want to get to this point where I'm happy with what I look like, no matter what my weight is or whatever. And I want that for other people. And it's really hard. It's really hard, especially when people are like, that's like one of the things people might comment about you, as like because like somehow that like defines you. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. It's actually, the more I talk about it, kind of a heated topic for me. So I'm hoping, I need to, I'm trying to access some tools in my toolbox to remind myself, okay, it's not quantity, it's quality and consistency. So I'm going to try really, really, really hard to dedicate, when I come home, 5 minutes on the rowing machine. And one that will reset my posture, because I'm in the opposite posture all day long. But to reset my posture and undo all the kinks and yucks that I did from working, because that's the other thing, I have such a physical job. So just, I can spare 5 minutes. I can spare 5 minutes. And then maybe as I get more comfortable, well, I know it will happen. As I get more comfortable and the 5 minutes gets easier, I'll add another minute. I'll add another minute. And just make it so I have, like, as long as I do at least 5 minutes a day and make it a routine, that when I get home, I go straight upstairs and I sit on the rower. And that's and I'll put something on. I'll put like Friends on or something funny. And that's the routine of going upstairs and turning on the TV and sitting on the rower. And oftentimes I will start to row, and then I can focus on. So that's what I'm going to work on. And I'm trying to do like baby chunks. And I need to get moving, because it's not just a weight thing. I'm achy after work. My body's achy because I'm not moving. I'm feeling in my joints the result of not moving as much since Sarah passed. So I feel like I'm starting to get a handle on tidying again. The house has been, you guys, the main areas have been clean for 2 weeks. It's been clean for 2 weeks. It's amazing. Like, I don't know how, we've been really working hard to like tuck in the house at night, right? Like, take 10 minutes, all of us. We put things away. If we see a counter, we wipe it down. We have a little vacuum that runs at night. And so like we haven't, I spent like a whole weekend cleaning, but now that we're there, it's only taking 10 minutes to keep it at that. And I'm just like, please, 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 let's keep it there, because it's so calming to walk into the house after I've been physically working all day and have it be calm and clean and put together, and I can just walk in the door and go and not worry about the pile there or the pile there, or the dog hair there, or whatever. So that little routines are starting to come back. So next routine I'm going to work on getting moving. We're not quite to the cooking thing yet. We're getting better, but hopefully that will come soon. But it's also being patient. It's so hard to be patient. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm having a hard time being patient and knowing that it will come. It will come. And I'll have the energy again to move around, and the willpower. I'll have the willpower to say no to a piece of candy. Okay. To all of you who are battling this too, oh my gosh. I give you a giant hug. And let's support each other. And the next time I go on a walk, I'm going to bring you with me, and we're going to talk while we go on a walk. So that way we feel like we're not alone, okay? That's what we're going to do. And it might be motivation for us to get up and get moving. So let's do it. You guys have a great afternoon. Bye.